If you had like 500 people that looks at different cases of alerts that comes out from transaction monitoring systems, fraud detection systems, and the likes, you mean that you have 500 humans to manage. Nothing wrong with that, but it's very, in my opinion, it's very unlikely that the person that sits, say for example, you have an office for them, the person that sits at the far right of the first row to be talking to the person that sits at the 10th row on the far left, for example. Why I say that is because the issues with reviewing alerts and reviewing or some of these cases that crops up is that there's information asymmetry because they may not talk to each other, which means that as a bank or as an organization, you may not have each of these 500 people talking to each other and sharing typologies and sharing what they are seeing today and what they have seen yesterday and the day before and maybe the month ago. And then the new joiners that comes with a fresh start. Now, what's the problem? That means that you have lots of potential gaps. Even you put 500 people into this function, you may miss a lot of things, no matter what system you use. Now, imagine, okay, you may not have 500 bots that works at the same time. Maybe you have 300 bots, and then you have 20 people that manages the bot, that supervise and orchestrate the bots. Now, and the bots will obviously, you can program, I'm assuming you can program the bots to actually work with each other, if you know what I mean. And this is already happening with us using some of the COCO bots as well, to talk to each other. And you can actually be able to share insights with each other, and potentially that can be very powerful. And why is it powerful is because they don't stop working unless you run out of token. Now, and there are insights that they have, like the memories, and you can put it into the MD files and whatnot. So all that thing can be shared across all the agents, and I think the potential, what I call the fraud detection and the compliance outcome, can be fantastically good. That's probably the future.
Yeah, 100%. I think this is exactly what we're trying to solve, right? Have the specialized role, collective long-term memory in managing the organization, right? To make
Yep.
sure critical information is not getting forgotten. And these are very kind of key components. That's exactly what we're trying to deliver for enterprise on COCO's
Yep.
perspective.